Fight your way to the top of OmniTower through waves of bad guys in Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business. Welcome everyone to another Sergeant Sentinel gaming review video. I'm SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel, and today we're talking about Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business. But before I continue, I want to say thanks if you're watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Hit that like button if you are enjoying this video. Be sure to share it with others who may enjoy it. If you have something to say, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to read you guys' comments. And last but certainly not least, if you're not subscribed to my channel, do that right now and hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content. Developed by Teon and published by Nason, Unfinished Business is a standalone DLC in the Robocop Rogue City franchise. It released July 17th for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles, and for this review video, I played the Xbox Series X version. For those of you that did not play Robocop Rogue City, fear not. This is a standalone DLC, which means it's a self-contained story. Everything you need to know is basically explained to you in the first 10 minutes of this game, and you don't have to play the mainline game in order to understand what's going on in this particular situation. Just to summarize without putting out any spoilers, someone has laid siege to the precinct where Robocop serves. A lot of the police officers are killed, and he basically has to go to OmniTower, where this army of bad guys has fortified itself in order to get to the bottom of the situation. Now, while he's at OmniTower fighting his way up through the different levels, he uncovers a lot of civilians that definitely need his help. And just like in Robocop Rogue City, where he does interact with civilians and there are side quests that he has to do in order to help them, the same is true for this game. Now, that doesn't take away, obviously, from the action. It adds a lot of layers and depth to this game that make it more than just a very two-dimensional shooter. And that was one of Robocop Rogue City's biggest strengths. Was not only was it a shooter, but it also had different overlapping storylines where you're helping out civilians and you're helping out fellow officers. And this kind of follows the same trend established by Robocop Rogue City, and that's not a bad thing. That basically allows the developers to pace this action story very well, and it balances, it kind of walks the fine line between, like I said, action shooter and having a decent story with a lot of content that makes it worth playing. Now, if this was just a straight shooter like on the rails, it would not necessarily be worth playing more than once. But because of all these different characters that you do get to help in the storyline that you uncover as you play this game, it does make it feel like, even though it only costs $30, it's absolutely worth the asking price. And this experience is worth playing more than once. Yes, the shooting is phenomenal, although I did uncover some glitches, but the developers have been pretty vocal on social media about addressing those. They actually asked me in a post to put a screenshot or a clip of one of the bugs that I had brought up. So they're actively addressing this. So if you do encounter bugs in this game, just know that they are working to address these as quickly as possible. Like I mentioned previously, when you go into this tower, you do encounter civilians. Now, OmniTower is basically a huge high-rise apartment building, for lack of a better term, that OCP sold these people on, but it has basically become the slums. And so there's a lot of crime here, and there's just a lot going on for these people. They pretty much live an extremely crappy existence because they're now stuck in OmniTower, and it definitely is a situation that requires Robocop's intervention. And because he comes in and one of his primary focuses is to serve the public trust, protect the innocent, he comes in here and there's numerous civilians that you can help out. And as he goes through this story, yeah, he's taking out tons of bad guys, he's fighting them with bullets and explosions, but one of the big focuses is also the preservation of innocent life, and to help out these civilians so that they can have a better existence, live a better life, while they're stuck in OmniTower. And yeah, Robocop can't necessarily get them out of a tower, but he can help to address their concerns while they're living here. And so some of these side quests are Robocop doing just that, helping to make these people's lives a little bit better. And like I said previously, that does tie in with the theme that they had in Robocop Rogue City, where Robocop was essentially focused on trying to help the civilians, because even if they're living in poverty, even if their lives are a little rough, if he can do something to help that out, obviously Robocop is going to want to do that because he has a lot of honor and because ultimately he is their protector. So yeah, the primary goal while he's in OmniTower is fighting the bad guys, but he's also doing his best to help the people out as well. What are your thoughts about Unfinished Business? Is it a DLC that you've been looking forward to, or are you still sitting on the fence about it because you're not really sure? Let me know in the comment section below, and also hit the like button if you did enjoy this video. Last but not least, make sure you're subscribed to my channel and you hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new content. Thanks for watching this video, I do greatly appreciate it. This is SSG, aka Sergeant Sentinel. Take it easy, gamers.